10 years in, and time and people change. But Jesus always stays the same. No matter what the world tells us, the most important things will always be our faith and our family. Hunting is how we share the gospel and bring the lost toward Christ. And all of this starts right at home. So join us as we take the light into the darkness.
Adam Carter, the producer of our show, has really been a godsend. He came on board with us in season 4, and we really saw the production of Final Descent Outdoors really go to the next level. And Adam, he enjoys fishing, and he's done some hunting. He's turkey hunted, he's dove hunted, and he's even done some duck hunting, but he's never hunted big game. But all that's going to change for him in 2019.
I got involved with Final Descent around season 4. Brad came to me when I was working at a church and said, hey, I need a producer, I need someone to come along and help edit. I didn't really grow up hunting. I grew up fishing a lot. My grandpa always used to say, we don't go fishing, we go catching. He didn't like to go fishing, he liked to go catching. All right, here we are again. Guess what?
I caught another fish, and I beat my dad.
Smoking me. I knew that they hunted a lot. My grandpa and my dad, they went quail hunting. I've seen pictures of my grandpa quail hunting. I've got pictures of my dad where he's got bucks hanging in trees. Working with the show, I've seen a lot of animals get shot. I've edited a lot of hunts for a lot of other people, but it's just something that when you're on the other side of the camera, I always tell people I do a different kind of shooting. So Brad really started working me over about hunting. He said, you got all this property, you got this land out in Wellston, you ought to go out there and hunt it. So I decided, you know what, 2019 is gonna be a year that I'm gonna become a real hunter.
Now that Adam's decided that 2019 is gonna be his year to hunt, he's got a lot of work to do to get his property ready for that hunt.
We began the process of getting the land ready for the hunt. We had to get out and scout, figure out where we're gonna go. We got feeders to put up, blinds to build, stands to hang. We've got all this stuff that I had no idea about, by the way. And make sure that we have the ability to have a successful hunt when the season actually rolls around. And there's a lot of areas at the farm that are just completely neglected when it comes to cedar tree management. So we got with Great Plains Kubota, they gave us a skid steer, a tree cutting element, a grappling bucket. They gave us the works to be able to go out and really attack the cedar tree problem that we have out at the farm. It's a beautiful morning today. I tell you one thing, it is a balmy 22 degrees outside right now. Whew. But we're gonna head across the road and start getting to work. We got a bunch of cedar trees to get rid of. Part of being a responsible hunter is also managing the land that you have. We have got overrun with these invasive cedar trees. So we need to get in there and clear those out, because clearing those out really does help the native wildlife population that is going to be out there on the land.
This segment is brought to you by Vortex Optics.
with the unlimited, unconditional lifetime warranty. To learn more, visit vortexoptics.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Visit FinalDescentOutdoors.com for exclusive apparel helping you show your love for faith, family, and hunting. Can't get enough FDO apparel? Join our Shirt of the Month Club, where you'll receive an item of FDO apparel shipped straight to your door every month.
You're not a weekend warrior. It's in your blood. And we know your property must reach its maximum potential. Not all seeds are created equal, and we create only the best. When it matters most, be spot on. This segment's been brought to you by No Scent, a 3-phase scent elimination system that destroys 100% of human odor. Order yours at noscent.us. And by these fine sponsors.
Well, after getting Adam's property ready to hunt, we quickly realize he's got a hog issue, and there's only one way to deal with a hog problem like this.
Brad and I went out to the farm one day and just drove up into the first pasture and realized that we have a massive problem.
And you can't tell me that hogs are not a problem and that they don't cause unbelievable damage to landowners' property. Completely rooted. I mean, look at this. They came through here with a tiller. Look at that. That's all hogs, folks. Every bit of it. Big. That's unbelievable. We got to do something about it.
I have never seen a field that tilled up by hogs in my entire life. And we had just put fertilizer out for our cattle the year before to help that grass grow, and it just was trashed. So I don't really have necessarily a hunting rifle of my own. I've always been able to borrow like my grandpa's rifle or my dad's rifle, but being partnered with CVA has been a huge benefit because they just came out with the new Cascade bolt action rifle and the 308. So we slapped the Vortex scope on top of the CVA Cascade and headed out to the farm with our Fort Scott munitions ammo to get the rifle sighted in.
Well, Adam's got his rifle all sighted in. Now it's time to take it out and see if he can get himself a hog.
The hogs are just overrunning our feeders. And at this one specific feeder that we set up this summer, we've got one big boar that is very consistent. So I'm gonna head out to the farm, get into the blind, and wait for this big hog to show up.
It's really hard to pass up a pig out here. I mean, they're a huge nuisance. We dropped him right under the feeder where he stood, so that Fort Scott ammo, it's wicked stuff, man.
All right, here we are, another Oklahoma hog down on the ground. This hog came in right before shooting light with 3 does there at the feeder, and he just bebopped in there, and he got to meet the Cascade and the Fort Scott bullet that dropped him right where he stood. An awesome night, fun night, just good to be out in the woods. Even though self-filming's tough, it's good to be out in the woods and just be in nature and be in God's country. Glad to have another one of these pigs off the property, and we'll keep after him. This segment has been brought to you by Hunter's Cloak, helping you hide your stink. To learn more, visit hunterscloak.com, and by these fine sponsors.
No matter where I've been, no matter what I've hunted, one factor remains king: accuracy. And that's why I shoot the Crown from Thorn Broadheads, the new king of fixed blade broadheads. The all-new Crown has guaranteed field point accuracy, and the Helix stacked blade system delivers 3 1/4 inches of cutting surface. If accuracy is king, then put them down with the Crown. Thorn Broadheads, the world's most accurate broadhead.
This segment is brought to you by Martin Archery, designed and engineered to offer the best archery experience available. To customize your bow, visit martinarchery.com. And by Habit Outdoors. Support the ministry by using promo code FDO15 at checkout for 15% off your entire Habit order. To learn more, visit habitoutdoors.com. And by Lancehead Crossbows. Support our ministry by using promo code FINALDESCENT10 at checkout for 10% off your order. To learn more, visit lancehead.com.
We here at Final Descent Outdoors are once again excited about our partnership with Fort Scott Munitions. So what makes Fort Scott Munitions different? Well, it's the tumble on impact technology. When you hear tumble upon impact, I mean, you get an idea what it means, but when you actually see these bullets perform on an animal, it totally changes your outlook on how deadly these bullets really are. We saw time and time again on a wide range of animals, from hogs to whitetail to even elk, how devastating these rounds can be. We highly recommend you check out Fort Scott Munitions. We also have a promo code that you can use on their website for a discount, so check them out at fortscottmunitions.com.
This segment is brought to you by HHA Sports, the leader in single pin technology, made in America with a lifetime warranty. For more info, visit hhasports.com. And by Fort Scott Munitions, with tumble on impact technology. Support the ministry by using promo code FDO10 at checkout. Order yours at fortscottmunitions.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Now that Adam's really going to get into hunting, I made the suggestion that he should put in for the once-in-a-lifetime elk hunt in Oklahoma in the Wichita Mountains. I've actually put in for this hunt for over 10 years, and you know what? He might as well start now, and maybe eventually he'll get lucky and get his name pulled from the hat.
About halfway through October, I was in the office editing on some show stuff, and I got a call from the Oklahoma Wildlife Department. Hey, just wanted to make sure that you're going to be using your hunt this year.
I just drew an Oklahoma Wichita Mountain elk hunt. Wow.
I'm just completely clueless. And I hung up the phone with him and called Brad. And Brad was just quiet for a second. And he said, "Shut up. You have drawn a once-in-a-lifetime hunt that I have been putting in for over 10 years. Felt really good." I'm sensing a little bitterness from the other side of the camera.
It's got to be the luck of the Irish, that red beard. How else is somebody going to draw a once-in-a-lifetime tag in their first year ever putting in for it?
Well, let me tell you something. Don't ever ask a leprechaun to play a game of chance with you. You'll lose. So the first thing I did is I went and got the CVA Cascade, the Fort Scott Munitions ammo, headed back out to the farm because Brad said, "Hey, you need to be comfortable at making a shot at 400 yards. Well, okay. On December 15th, I headed out to the Wichita Mountains to what they call their orientation day. They sit us down in a classroom, give us a little bit of information about the species itself. From there, we went outside to ride in the back of an open pickup truck through the Wichita Mountains. And I had on, I think, a long sleeve t-shirt. I was in section J, which is about a 5,000 acre section of this wildlife reserve. And as we're going along, people are knocking on the hood and saying, "Hey, this is where I want to get out." So the guy who's in charge of that section gets out and places a flag so they know where to drop you off the next morning. That weekend, I knew the wind was going to be heavy out of the north. I don't know a lot about hunting, but I do know something that Brad has told me is you want to have the wind in your face. So I knew I wanted to get out on the very south side of our property and just kind of work my way north. So I went on my first ever elk hunt, starting out in an area I had never seen with a topographical map that I didn't know how to read. I just make videos, guys. I don't know.
It's cold. It's really cold. I was the first one dropped off. It's 6:15, so still got another hour before the sun comes up. Now we just need to wait and see if this field I'm in will fill up full of elk. Sun just came up. Just saw 4 cows. I'll tell you one thing, spot and stock hunting while self-filming is not the easiest thing in the entire world to do.
It's a beautiful morning. I mean, you could not have had any less wind. You could not have had any more perfect weather. So I take my Vortex binos and I just leave everything and I walk out into the field so I can try to see what's around me. And then I look down into the field and I get the glint of one antler. And I keep panning my binos. I see an elk, I see another bull elk, and then I see the big bull elk. And my heart started pumping.
This segment is brought to you by Lane Shark and their innovative front-mounting brush cutters, proudly made in the USA. To learn more, visit lanesharkusa.com. And by these fine sponsors. Now it's time for the Real Avid Tech Tip of the Week.
Hey guys, I'm here with Lance with Spot On Food Plots, and though you guys are a brand new food plot company, you're not new to actually the seed industry at all.
No, our family's been in the seed business for over 39 years.
So tell me how you guys came about and wanting to create a line of food plot seed.
Well, we've planted a lot of our own food plots, and we kind of got a little frustrated with what we would find on the shelves in a lot of stores. And we knew that there were better forages out there from being in the seed business, and we wanted to not only create a better product for us, but also a better product for hunters that they can use when they're out in the woods, so they get more for their money.
Because listen, if you're putting in the effort to put in food plots, you want that food plot to be spot on, to be all that you dreamed it to be. So to order yours, to become a dealer, or to just learn more, check them out at spotonplots.com. So Buck Blitz, that same deer tractant that's helped us harvest multiple booners here on Final Descent Outdoors, is now available in an unbelievable super concentrate. 2 ounces of this super concentrate treats 50 pounds of corn, and this entire bag will do 300 pounds of corn. If you're not using Buck Blitz, your only hope is that your neighbor isn't. To become a dealer or to order your bag of the Super Concentrate Buck Blitz Deer Attractant, visit buckblitz.com.
Turner Falls Park is nestled in the heart of the Arbuckles and boasts Oklahoma's largest waterfall at 77 feet high. Turner Falls has many family-friendly activities such as swimming, camping, RVing, cave exploring, hiking, and so much more. Scenic views and hours of affordable entertainment with such a short drive. Cabin and screen shelter reservations are available on a nightly basis. For more information or to buy tickets, visit TurnerFallsPark.com and be sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram.
This segment is brought to you by Woodhaven Custom Calls. Support our ministry by using promo code FINALDESCENT10 at checkout. Place your order at woodhavencustomcalls.com. And by these fine sponsors.
Okay, we got 5 elk. We gotta move.
So I get the camera and the tripod, the gun over my shoulder, and I try to sneak as close as I can up to these elk. They're just majestic animals, and they're huge. So I'm able to get within about 200 yards of these animals, get the camera set up, get a good rest with the gun, able to calm myself down and take a good shot. So I take the first shot, and I feel fairly confident about it. I mean, I was right on him. I heard it slap. The elk just put his head up, and he didn't do anything. So I rack another one in, put another one in him. So I shoot another one, and I hear this one definitely hear it slap him really hard. And he takes 10 steps and starts wobbling. And I know at that point, game over.
Man, he's down 200 yards away from me right there.
I got all my stuff. We're gonna walk up about 200 yards to see if we can go take a look at this bull.
Awesome. What an animal.
Oh, he was bleeding bad. Oh, that Fort Scott ammo. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, here's where he was standing when he got shot. He didn't make it far. Here's where he is.
Here he is, Oklahoma, Wichita Mountain bull elk. That CVA Cascade 308 did some real crazy work on this thing, and that Fort Scott ammunition, those bullets are wicked. I mean, you guys saw the blood trail over here. He didn't make it 20 steps before he fell over dead. I can't believe it. This is incredible. I mean, what an animal. A once in a lifetime hunt. I mean, I cannot be any more grateful. Fine, I'll say it. I can't be any more grateful to Brad for.
Say my name. Say it one more time. You're thankful for who?
I'm thankful for Brad. Brad, thank you for letting me draw your elk tag this year.
Yeah. Well, what an unbelievable year for Adam. I mean, he got drawn for a once-in-a-lifetime tag. He went out, made an incredible memory, harvested an unbelievable trophy, and filled a freezer full of meat. When I think back on this whole year for Adam, I'm reminded of 2 Corinthians 12:9, which says, "My grace is sufficient for you, and my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Adam will be the first to tell you he's no expert hunter. Matter of fact, he's just the opposite of that. But despite all of that, he was still able to go out and harvest an incredible bull elk. You see, life is going to be filled with moments where we're not going to be the experts. We're not going to have all the answers. But in those moments, that's when we need to lean in and trust God in our weakness, that He's going to give us wisdom and direction on how to get through those difficult times. Maybe today you're in the midst of one of those curveballs of life. Maybe it's an issue with your work. Maybe it's financial. Maybe it's a marriage situation. Maybe there's a sin in your life. Maybe you're battling substance abuse. Maybe it's a issue that's happened in your past that continues to haunt you. I don't know what it is, but I do know that Christ's power is made perfect in our weakness if we'll trust Him in those moments. Today, if we can be praying for you and encouraging you in any way, we would love to do that. You can go to our website, send us an email through our website. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can shoot us a message there as well. We'd love to be praying for you and encouraging you if you're going through any type of hardship that life's throwing at you. Thanks so much for watching today's episode. God bless you, and we'll see you next week.
Bailey's Outdoor Shop is the official taxidermist of Final Descent Outdoors. Closed captioning brought to you by Real Avid.
Strut your stuff!